Hey, what's going on? I'm going to show you the number one stretch. I'm going to show you this from a couple of different angles that you can do if you have something like a TRX or something like a stretching strap, right? This is our back pain relief for life stretching strap. Or you could really just use a rope with two knots at the side. And what this is going to be doing is stretching your lats. It's going to get a bunch of other small muscles, but your lats are extremely important. They attach down to from your hip to the inside of your humerus. And so it pulls us into this position if it's tight. So if we're in this position, we're going to be in a rounded, protracted shoulders. When we stretch it, it allows our spine to be more upright and it pulls our shoulders back into a better normal posture. So I'm going to get into that stretch in a minute. But first, I'd love to hear where you're checking in from. If you have any comments, questions, go ahead and leave it below. Let me know what's going on. If you have back pain, if you're suffering from back pain, if you'd like to see any videos in the future pertaining to back pain or whatever, I'm an optimal health and fitness professional. So I help people optimize, get to the maximal health and fitness in the shortest, safest, most effective way. And back pain is the crux of one of those things that we do. We help people relieve back pain. So I'm going to show you this stretch in two different angles because it's very important and there's progressions and regressions of this type of stretch. So I have a TRX here. It's hooked up to the wall. Let me make sure you guys can see that well. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my arms, firmly grip, and then I'm going to squat down, all the way down. And from here, I'm going to shift my weight to one side. And actually, I can use just one arm if it's connected properly up to the hook. And I'm just going to push my hips to one side. And then we'll do the other side. If you put both hands attached, you'll get a deeper stretch if you just put one hip to the other side. Okay, so right now, I can just sit here in this position. This actually, ideally, I would want this to be higher up so I can squat deeper. But let me show you again from a different angle because this angle is actually a little bit better to see. Okay, so right here, I'm going to get down this position and I'm going to shift to one side. If I use just one arm, I can push my hips and my shoulder. I want my bicep near my ear. And then I just hold it there for about 10-15 seconds and then switch sides. And you want to do this repeatedly. So if on this side, push the hips out. You want to feel this from here all the way down into your hips. Okay. So that is the first step. There's a progression of this. And because of the way this is situated, it's harder for me to do, so I'll try to show you in a different way. I'm not going to grab onto the handles, I'm going to grab up here so I can do this better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to squat down, and I'm going to put one leg out to the side, and make sure that this leg is locked as I do it. So when I put it out, it's staying locked. You really have to be careful of how you're doing this because you have to know how to control your body with your arms. And so I squat down. I'm going to put my leg out to the side, and then I'm going to do the same thing I just did on the other one, where I'm going to push my hip out to the side. I'm going to put pressure down with my right ankle on the ground. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and then I'm just going to kind of let my hips sink a little bit deeper, and relax. And then you do the other side, same thing, holding it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Guys, this stretch, when you do it correctly, it's pretty unbelievable. You will feel your entire body open up because this will actually stretch your IT band, the fascia, the connective tissue down the leg, and then also get the lats. So literally just doing that one side, and I've been doing this for 15 years, after I do it, while I'm demonstrating, I just feel like amazing afterwards. So we're going to do the other side now, same thing. So I'm going to squat down all the way. And now I'm going to put my leg out to the side. I'm going to lock the knee, and then I'm going to drop my hip. My left hip is pushing out to the side. I'm going to take a deep breath in, exhale, and let it go. And the reason why the breath is so important, hold on, let me just go deeper. All right, so the reason why the breath is so important is that you go into, let me do this back over here. So the breath is important while you're stretching, and the reason is as you exhale, you're going into a parasympathetic activation. That means that you are in the rest and relaxation mode of your body. And so if you want to stretch, you want to exhale, you want to take a deep breath in, exhale, and then allow the stretch to go deeper. Your body will relax, it will tap into the parasympathetic, and therefore the muscles will stretch a little bit further in a proper way without pushing them or making them feel like there's resistance. It just kind of melts into the stretch. So, okay, this is a lat stretch that I just showed. You can do this pretty much anywhere, anytime. All you need is some type of strap, some type of rope, and a place to hook it up that's secure enough where you're not going to fall. You do not want to fall while you're doing that leg to the side thing, and you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. So I'd love for somebody to test it out. Leave it in the comments. Right now, I just did, first off, you want to warm up before you do any of those things. Make sure you're extremely warm before you do that as well. So that I always want to mention, because you're going to get way more better results. You're going to feel better overall. It loosens the joints and everything so that you can get deeper into the movement. But I just did that today. That's all I've done. And right away, I instantly feel better mentally, physically. This is loosened up here, all the way down the side of my body. And I just feel like my life is better. And that's what this is all about, right? So movement and doing correct movement will make you feel amazing. And there's a saying that the issues are in the tissues. And when we move certain tissues that we haven't moved in a long time, we can actually release a lot of stored emotions, which helps us mentally and emotionally. So that's the power of movement. You know, sometimes when I do my back pain program on people, because we're tapping in deep into the nervous system, into these muscles that they haven't used for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, people get emotional and they start crying afterwards because they're releasing stored up emotion, stored up tension, stored up trauma from the body just through movement. So never underestimate the power of a good movement program, a scientific-based, powerful movement program, and what it can do for your mind, body. Every aspect of your life will change dramatically. So again, go ahead, comments, questions, leave it below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know how it feels if you tried it at home, and have a great day.